Good morning, YouTube. I had a hot mess day yesterday. Turns out I had four bad tires on the back of my truck, and I was freaking out because my hours was running out. But then I forgot I'm on an it's a sleeper, so it kicks in after you're sitting for a while. But I forgot to put myself off duty. I forgot put myself off duty, so it would kick in. So I was freaking out until it actually took over. Then I was like, yeah, whatever. I got a few more miles down the road. Actually, let's see how far. Let's see how far. That's to the Love's truck stop. Let's see how far that is. 137. That's 2 hours. And one more thing here. What's going on, Mike? Hold on. Let's see here. 7 to here. I just gotta see how far I gotta go today. I should have been in Florida right now, but I mean, so I got about 6, 7. I got about 7 hours to drive, and then I'm gonna give myself another 1 hour for another hour for because I'm gonna stop at the Walmart. So that's what 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. Okay, that's something to play with. All right, I want to talk about. I think I need to be a little bit more. I don't know if it's going to be politically correct or should I just tell it like it is. If I tell it like it is, I might hurt some feelings. But I I was on a live yesterday, and my empath, which I hate, my empath abilities kicked in like a mother and was screaming at me, "Shut up, shut up! Don't relax, calm down." Because see, I can I can feel your bull a mile away, and I can even feel it through the digital. I can sense it. It's a curse, and my thing is, you need to do your homework on certain people because a lot of this YouTube, this TikTok, um, these algorithms, negative sells. Also, in our society, as an African American, even though I'm light skinned in the north where I'm from, Long Island, New York, we're called high yellers. Violence against us, crime against us, everything against us sells. But if a Caucasian does it, or anyone else other than us, it is not for sale. So when we say what we say, and there was some very valid points, even black folks are tired of the fights and so forth and so on. Even black folks are tired of the fights. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna give you a but, because I grew up around the hood, and I know hood mentality, and hood, I know hood methods. I grew up where I could walk to the corner store, but it was the biggest drug area on Long Island. I always had 5 or 6 drug dealers ask me, did I want anything? And no, I was good. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. But I knew, word was out to leave him alone. I didn't find out till later that my father was a daggone a drug dealer. I didn't know. I didn't know for a long time. But I knew the mentality of the area that I lived in. I knew certain places you don't go over there. You don't go over there at night. You show this person respect. You show that person respect. I even tell a story about, you see, I got Red On. It's my company. I'm in Los Angeles, California, 20 miles from Los Angeles, walking around with a red shirt on and a blue bandana. And it kicked in, hey, stupid, straight out of Compton, mother effer. And I literally ran. That's when I was 300 plus. A half a mile down the road, almost died, because I knew I had red on and blue on. I knew something was up. Do you see what I'm saying? And I got in and took all this crap off. And I wear a bandana because I guess my sinuses or whatever. And I'm going to go on a rant for a minute here, because I actually did some homework. You guys will be proud of me. But I don't hate my people. I love my black people. And I felt that vibe, that I felt that I despise black people. And we say ninjas. You know what we saying. You know what I'm saying? We call them, you know what we saying. But I felt the vibe that just did not go across. That just not in my heart. I was like, you know what? And Cruz, I'm happy you're here, because I did not want to disrespect your channel. I did not want, because I was getting irked, because I caught, it wasn't everything. It was 1 or 2 things I caught. I'm like, really? And again, I'm not being negative. Again, I'm not being negative. But I caught a few things, and what I'm saying is, my main objective is reach one, teach one. Sometimes when you say something to somebody, like, hey, walking around in your pajamas, it's stupid. But if you had the chance, hey, ma'am, you, for such a beautiful person, you're walking around in your pajamas. Sometimes you got to find a time and a place to tell somebody, to reach one, to teach one. Sometimes you got to find a place to tell somebody to reach one, teach one. This grade didn't get here for nothing. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm not afraid of I'm not afraid of any man. The only person I'm afraid of is my wife, because I love her. You fight around me, we good. Because the swinging ain't coming this way. I'm not afraid for my life. I've been afraid for my life before. I've ran from bullets shooting, fizzing over my head. I'll tell that story one day. Y'all will crack up. I promise you. I believe a lot of what's going on in the cruising industry is ignorance, because black folks fighting sells. White folks fighting does not sell. Anybody other than African Americans do not sell for the ignorance that is put forth on these social medias. It does not sell. And you can tell when it's a Caucasian, and nothing against my white brothers and sisters. You can tell when this is the you can tell when it is there's a white person in the mix, because one, they don't show their picture. Most of the time, they don't show their picture, and in the newscast, or they don't show. They just put their name out there. Think about it. Think about systematic racism. We need to make sure everybody is afraid of African Americans, not afraid of hardworking African Americans, like my dumb behind self that's sitting in the dirt lot that hasn't got to wash his booty. But we need to make sure that we put out the narrative that everybody is like the 1 or 2% that do this fighting on these cruise ships. We need to make sure everybody's like that. And that's not right. That is the most saddest thing when you see it, and you see it come from your own people. And when you say, yeah, I said it too, I'm tired. But I've been on 8 or 9 Carnival ships, and I've never seen one. I've never seen a fight. I've been on 8 or 9 of them. Exactly, Mike. And it's like this narrative, and you talk about you talk about it's like international, where we gotta hide this, but when an African American does it, they show the full brunt of it. And I think that is the most saddest situation, because like you said, I'm telling you, if I'm about to get in a fight, look, bro, man to man, I apologize. I'd like to walk away from this, because if this happens on Carnival, they're going to kick us both off this ship. Then after that, they're going to hit your card for $1,000. Then you got to figure out how to get home. I know how to get home from the Bahamas. It's a $250 ticket. I know how to get home. But see, this is the thing. The ones that are the worst, and a lot of times it's not even my Caucasian brothers and sisters. It's people the same color as me. You this and that. Really, bro? I know who you voted for. How's that working out for you? Because after they get rid of the Mexicans, after they get rid of the Haitians, after they get rid of the Cubans, after they get rid of the Africans, who you think they coming for next? My wife was asked, she's worried about these sundown towns. I got something for you, and y'all can record this. If you find out on Channel 5 Action News, truck driver can't stop walking but love mowing the cruise and runs over some guy. I was passing through a sundown town and they decided they wanted to try me. I promise you this. I will spend the rest of my life in jail running these knuckleheads over. I promise you. I'm not the one. But I don't, when I stop on the main interstate. I know my spots. I've been doing this for God knows how long. When the hairs on the back of my neck rise up, I'm like, oh, no, I'm out. I'm not staying here. I had one place in California. I pulled in. Soon as I pulled in, lot lizards coming out the woodwork. It was the white truck driver next to me. He said, I'm out of hours, but I'm getting the hell out of here. You know what I'm saying? I know. Nah, ma'am, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. I'm good. Knocking on the door at 3 o'clock. Nah, I'm good. But that's a whole nother story. But the main reason I said that, I did some homework. I did some homework. Let's talk about it. You see, this is what we. I wish I'd have did. There was not enough time on the MSC Virtuoso, resulting in a murder. The ship went back to Southampton. You couldn't. They didn't show no videos on it, but it went back to Southampton, England. You know they weren't black. You know they weren't Caribbean. I, I, I this fight resulted. It was a 60. I think it was a 60-year-old. Don't quote me on this because I am not. I just did a real quick search. MSC Virtuoso. This is MSC, guys. Do you see what I'm saying? It's MSC on the MSC Seascape. A white woman. They showed her picture. I was surprised at that. A white woman and her son slapped the crap out of an older white man. The son was kicked off at the next port. The mother got to go all around all the islands. Got to go on all the islands. Got to go every island. But then she was arrested for elder abuse when she got back to Miami. You done seen two, and I'm like, oh wait a minute, that's MSC. Oh my God, I'm never going on MSC because white people are so violent. Really? Really? MSC is the Walmart. MSC is the Walmart of really? Do you see the narrative I'm trying to show you here? And Mike says, when a person of color kills, it was terrorism, probably by many. When white, it's a sad case of single disturbed person. And y'all don't think that's systematic racism? Y'all don't think they're trying to hold on to a form of power? You know what I'm saying? This is a good one. Y'all need to Google this one. It was on Norwegian Encore. It was an all-out brawl. Y'all be, I'm scared of these black people. This all-out brawl, all Caucasian, and we talk about our sisters. These women, these blonde Bettys and whatever, they would have put a whooping on it. Yo, it was a straight all-out brawl. And when one got pulled off, she ran around and dove back into it. You could tell these folks were from the West, not the Midwest. Midwest is like, Kentucky. West. No, these further west. One dude had tattoos all on his arm, and he had a beer in one hand, and he had beer in one hand, and the dude came at him, and he knocked him with the beer in the hand. I was like, yo, I need his autograph. He said, Jeremy is up now because he said you're right. And Mike, he just said the same thing you said. That's what, the reason why I follow your channel is because Jeremy and you, Cruising Fun, are the nicest people I met. And y'all don't sugarcoat it, but you are who you are. You're nice, you're polite. But some people say stuff because they want to be a part of the group. They want to be a part of this because this sells. Because this sells. I just want to cruise and be left alone. Do you see what I'm saying? I want to overeat. I want to have a few drinks. I want to be goofy. I want to karaoke. I'm going on on Royal, and I've been practicing my karaoke. I'm gonna do one song. I haven't told my wife. I'm gonna surprise her. But see, what I'm not going to do is blame a specific race of people for why I'm not cruising. I'm not cruising on Carnival because they're taking away my pins. I'm not cruising on Carnival because I was on Carnival so I could be a certain. I'm not cruising on Carnival because of something else. But I'm not going to blame Carnival for being ghetto. I know what ghetto is. And Carnival ain't ghetto. Some of the people might be ignorant, but they ain't ghetto. Do you see? I'm trying to get a narrative here. And I'll tell you, y'all, if you get a chance, look at that one. It's Norwegian Encore, all out, bro. But you don't see me. I'm not. Oh my God, I'm afraid. Really, really. There was a fight at Perfect Day at Coco Cay. You already know this one no black folks. People were swimming too close today. 5,000 or it's either $5,000 cabana or $10,000 cabana. No, we own the ocean over here. And the video you can see, you could. It was so far away they didn't zoom it in. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm bringing you information and to say, look, it just ain't us. You need to be equal. It's equal opportunity across the board here for ignorant cruisers that don't know that people just want to be on vacation. I don't want. Me and my wife were talking about maybe start doing some land vacations, but I'm not going to go to Jamaica and get into a fight because I am on a cruise and I am on vacation. I'm not going to go home and get into a fight. I'm not going to go to Home Depot if you cut in front of me. Bro, there must be a reason. Do you, boo-boo? Do you see what I'm saying? Somebody said something here. Hold on. This is a long one. Let's see what. Black dude pulled over. It's like they caught Bin Laden. White guy on cops fist fight. The cops. He is treated as if the senator who. Exactly. You see that poor black man. They said in the report he was reaching for a knife. He's sitting like this. Like you got me on camera. He's sitting straight, not even turning his head. He gets broadsided, pulled out the car, beat up again, and the black police chief says you don't know the whole story. If you ain't cooning, who is? Come the heck on, bro. Even their body cams show that they beat the piss out of him. Think about this. Now, Carnival is tired of everybody doing what they're doing, is broadcasting their fights, but there's in one of these, hold on, in this one, the Norwegian Encore, they hitting the white folks are hitting the poor Filipinos that are trying to break up the fight. Y'all say they need more security. These airlines, not airlines, but cruise ships, they go to the poorest of the poor countries and get these people to come work for them. They're 5'5", 5'3", and these are the security guards. There was a fight on the Navigator of the Seas. That one was a mixed fight. There was the black. That one was black and white. Okay. Now this one was funny. This one was actually on Carnival. It was a video and it was on TikTok. I got it off of TikTok. There's a video. They were fighting either it was in the dining room or before they got in the dining room. It was all out brawl, and it was all white people dressed up in suits and dresses and everything. But once again, oh my God, oh Lord, all these white people are fighting on here. This, I'm never cruising again. How stupid you sound. How stupid you sound. And you can't say that was liquor. No, that was somebody said something. We laugh about them upside down pineapples, but a lot of them fights that you see is because of them upside down pineapples. Threesome and a twosome and all that stuff. No, man, I ain't sharing my wife with nobody. That's me. This guy, Mike Virgil, they showed that he got. He's not black, but he was on the Navigator Seas. That's a big dude. He had to have some Samoan blood or island blood in him. I don't know. He wasn't pale, but the guy was kicking in the door. He said he was gonna kill everybody. But he wasn't African American. I can tell you that. This one, I got to give my hats off. I got to give my hats off to my white brothers on this one. Because the guy called, I guess he called the woman the B word. And she took the ketchup and squirted him. It's on video. Squirted him, then squirted the other guy. And the guy, he didn't even wipe it off. He still was there laughing. He still was there laughing. And see, this is what I'm trying to get at. Guys, what am I trying to get at? These things happen on cruise ships. These cruise ships they're making them bigger. They're making them bigger and oh, raise the price. Raise the price. You don't think dope dealers got money? You got poor people that are on the lower income that are sitting in the trailer but got a brand new F-350 or brand new Yukon Denali and it's raised up 3 or 4 inches. You don't think you raise the price like that's going to do something? These things are going to happen. These things are going to happen one way or another. And your bigotry, you're just showing it in your videos, in your conversations, in your texts, in your responses, because you think it's just a one set of people. Why do you think most of the folks are not, black folks are not out there on the front line fighting all this crap that's going on? We tired. We tired. I'm tired right now. I just want to go on a cruise ship and relax. I'm not looking for that. I ain't got no beat anyway, so I'm not looking for the boots on the ground or the wobble baby. That's my wife's stuff. I remember one cruise we was on. They started playing Baby Shark on the sail away part. Everybody just got up and walked away. You have to make yourself happy. Worrying about what other people think and do is just gonna keep you a miserable individual. Do you see what I'm saying? You don't realize, and see, I can catch words and phrases and stuff like that. I catch one small thing. Okay, need to put you on a long spoon. Need to put you on a long spoon. Need to put you on a long spoon because you're messing with my energy. You're messing with my energy. And no, don't get me wrong. I used to think like some of these folks. But when God puts a good friend in your way and say, "Hey, hold up, bro. Let me explain something to you. Blah blah this, blah blah that, blah blah this and that." And when you get someone that you respect, you say, "You know what? You're right. You know what? You're right." And I've lived that way ever since. I thank Cruising is Fun Anytime for letting me on that show because it helped me understand that there's a certain perspective that I have to keep going with, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, I hope anything I didn't say, prevented me from not being invited again. But it just some a few words that were said, and it wasn't from them. It wasn't from the husband and wife thing. A few words were said, rubbed me the wrong way, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. And like I said, the back to life, back to reality. But the reality is, we are fighting an undisclosed war with the rest of the world. Even even Africans, when they coming over the United States, they're told to stay away from us. Stay away from them black folks. They're drug dealers and they're this and they're lazy and that's whatever. But we're the ones that built this country. I don't want nothing from nobody. I don't want to blame nobody. I can barely do my job as it is. But I just want to do my job. I said they had four bad tires. I waited in 106-degree weather. Couldn't run the truck. I was dying, bro. I sure enough was cheating yesterday. I had my pretzels and my popcorn because I was dying, man. Oh, hold on. Let's see here. What'd you say, Mike? Oh, you're watching on the big TV? Yeah, but you see what I'm saying? You got a friend in me. That's funny. But see, here's the thing. You could you could remove the rap lyric, if that's what you call rap. You can remove the rap lyrics from the clubs and everything else. But a good DJ can mix the right music to get the crowd jumping. And it ain't even. It would be 80s. It would be 90s and 2000s. A good DJ can mix stuff. I don't know if y'all ever heard of Prince. The guy's name is Prince Paul. He was in a rap group called Stetsasonic. I think I'm trying to say that. And I remember he did Andrea's birthday party, and boy, this that that guy is an unbelievable DJ. He was tearing up the ones and twos. I remember back in the day, the block parties, the house music. They got rid of rap, but you could have house music, Chicago house music up in there. People are tired, and they're there was one of a fight broke out. They got him away, and the whole club, which is it's not even a club. It's actually where they have the comedy club, and they remove the seats, and then they have call it a disco. And the people like get the f out. You're messing it up for us. People are finally realizing, look, we're on vacation. We're not here for a fight. Black, white, or indifferent, we're not here for a fight. We're on vacation. And see, people like they say typical is the typical people. It's because the other people that you don't know about are being blocked. It's not coming across your feed. It's not coming across your YouTube. It's not even being broadcast on social media. But it's there. How you gonna get into a fight and kill somebody? Really? What happened? Did you take my margarita? Now you're gonna be in jail for the rest of your life and being boyfriends with some big guy named Biff for a margarita? Really? Some of y'all need to take a deep breath. It's called a vacation for a reason. You're getting away from reality. Reality is you're fighting tooth and nail. Reality is you're you're fighting for your coworkers that are stabbing you in your back. Your boss taking all of your rights away. You're fighting because you can't get time off. When you finally get time off, you're gonna go on a vacation and fight. But what I wanted to say yesterday, some people it's post-traumatic stress syndrome. They're living they're living on the battlefields of Los Angeles, in downtown Atlanta. This in downtown, as parts of Atlanta, they're fighting with they're fighting with AK-47. New York City, drug-infested areas. And then they get on a cruise ship. They're still with that mentality. Charles was telling me he was on a ship. I think it was out of Los Angeles, and he had all of his New York Giant paraphernalia, and he had blue on. He didn't realize he's wearing Crips blazers, and the guy was like, "Yeah, you looking good, blah 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 blah." And talking again, he said, "No, no, bro, I'm from New York." No, and not realizing that just so all of you guys know, and Jeremy, I'm telling you, I know you're watching. If you ever cruise out of Los Angeles, don't wear a baseball cap of any team. Any team. Don't wear a football cap of any team. That is what you would call it. That's telling you I belong to this gang. They don't tell you this stuff out here, but I knew that because I was driving. Yeah, but don't go in Los Angeles with that on. And they'll say, oh, that's a civilian. Some people come from war-infested areas. They're infested war areas and don't realize that they're not at war when they're on vacation. They don't realize it because they're still so hyped up. They're still so hyped up that everything is disrespect. And they was never shown respect by their mama. They was never shown respect by their daddy. They was never shown respect by anyone, their loved ones. What do you mean by respect? Hey, I love you, man. Hey, hey, you don't need to do that. There's other ways. A lot of our people are so used to, I could sell drugs or I could be a stick up kid for a couple of hours, make that money, sell it, and sit on my behind for the rest. And there's so many of our people that don't even know how to read or write. And then the girlfriend says, hey, baby, I want to go on a cruise. Let's go on a cruise. I've been watching on TikTok. Then they go on a cruise. And we bring that street mentality to the cruise ship. And I'm just talking about the black folks. But the Caucasians bring that same mentality. So guess what happens? So what I'm saying is, you're bringing that on there, but nobody's telling you, hey, yo, bro, you good over here. You good. You don't need to do that here. Do you see what I'm saying? You good. You don't need to be this way on this boat. Because this is all we're going to do is have a couple of drinks. You don't need to have the 15 drinks. You've never had, the only people I know have 15 drinks are certified alcoholics. And Jeremy showed a picture of a guy blacking out. I've done that before. That guy pissing in that corner, he was in blackout mode. What do you mean blackout mode? You can have so many drinks that you don't remember. Your subconscious is taking over. Your conscious is asleep. He thinks he's in the bed. He thought he was in the stall. I don't ever want to be that way. I was that way. That's why I respect Charles. He's a really good friend because he drinks more than me. And I stopped drinking excessively like that picture. You see what I'm saying? No, no, no. Exactly. Because see, we have to learn. One of the persons on the panel was saying that every age has the same thing. That and I like that guy. That guy was I forgot what his name was. But he said every age has some people that they think are not uh, uncouth. I'll say it like that, uncouth. Hey, Urban. Um, every age has some people that, and we have to be the ones. You got to find that right moment when hey, when I say this, it's going to catch. When I give you this advice, it's going to catch. Because we want to if you want to spread the word about cruising, if you want to spread the real word about cruising, if you want to spread the word to make it fun for everybody, say, hey, look, watch out. This is what's going to happen. And remember, look, there's sexual assault on these boats. There's murder. There's robbing. There's people getting robbed. There's all kinds of stuff. There's parents not watching their kids. They had one boat that the kids getting molested, and because they in an adult section. What was you doing over there for? Where's your mama? Where's your daddy? And I'm not saying it was right, but we're not reaching our kids. We're not teaching our kids. We're not telling them, hey, look, don't do this because if I find out, I'm going to jail for life. My son was on there. He's 30s. I'm sitting there. He didn't realize I'm watching him from afar. I'm like, I gotta keep my eye on my kid. And he in his 30s. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm gonna be a parent. You can always tell when the age of patriarchs is dying out. But when you see one, a patriarch or a matriarch, when they say something and the person shuts up real quick, yes, ma'am, yes, sir. You ever see them on a cruise ship? They be like, no, don't go there. We need more of them. I'm just saying, we need more. But see, again, it's not. I would say I hate to be the one to say that, but it's not just us. It's just people that just don't. They don't know how. They don't know how. Maybe it's just people that just don't know how to vacation. They don't know how to relax and enjoy life. People like me didn't get this great for nothing. I can show you the picture of the burnt up truck that I should not be. I should not be alive. That's why I don't regret having a credit card bill full of cruise line ships on it because I want to have fun. The reason why I haven't taken that zip lining, if you guys ever go to my channel, because that was the first time that I actually did something with my glasses on and was enjoying every single moment of it. And I knew God had answered my prayer. I said, when I almost died, I said, I want to live. I literally said, I want to live because I was about to die, but I've never done nothing. Have you ever did anything in your life? Have you ever experienced the excitement of living? Why get into a fight over it? Do you see what I'm saying? Why get into a fight over it? I remember I was on the, I forgot, I think it was a celebration, carnival ship, and I was drinking this ungodly drink, um, and I knew, I said, man, I gotta head back. Yeah, exactly, Jeremy. Exactly, exactly. But some people can handle it. You know who can handle it? The moonshiners, people that drink moonshine. Ooh, 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 ooh. The inexperienced drinker, and that's most of the new cruisers now. They see the unlimited package. First of all, I don't drink. Even when I did drink, I didn't drink that much drinks. Even when I did drink heavily, I didn't have 15 drinks in one night. Even when I did drink heavy, I didn't have 15 drinks. So guess what's going to happen? You're going to hit after 5 or 6 drinks. You're going to go from conscious to subconscious. Now you're in blackout mode. So if you're an a-hole, that's magnified tenfold. If you're a I love you man, I love you man, I love you, you're emotional. Or if you're goofy or whatever. But is that worth, you don't know what you did. Is it worth it? Not really. Not really. It's just not worth it. But you got a lot of new people coming onto the scene of cruising that just don't know. Just don't know. Just don't care. They just don't get it. I tell you this, after a few embarrassing moments in the last 10 years, I got it. I'm like, okay, I'm done. Because if I keep going down this route, one, she's not going to talk to me. Two, I might get divorced. Three, I might get kicked out. Nah, I'm done. I'm done. We've lost a sense of common courtesy, common sense when it comes to partying. Maybe some people, their lives are so screwed up that this is their only chance. We gonna turn it up. Do you see those videos where they're pushing these women back to the cruise ship in wheelchairs? Those people need to get, they hopefully they got some money out of that. You woke up on the beach, boat's gone, it's in the middle of the night. You don't know what the heck happened. Nope. Nope. Me and the wife was talking about, it's so funny because we had an all inclusive to Jamaica. It's right when COVID hit, and I just spoke to her last night. I said we need to rebook that, and she was like, "Well, they got top tier liquors," and I'm like, "I'm not gonna have fun just because of the liquor, because I know my addictive personality. I'm not going. I need to curve that appeal and I'll have a few and then cut it off, and that's it because some, you know, I'm not trying to be over in a different country acting the fool, and then come home and then have no place to live because the wife put me out. You feel me? I got common at this age. Common sense done kicked in big time. I like my life. I like my situation. I'm not messing that up for nobody. And the only time you're gonna hear about me fighting on a cruise ship would be defending my wife. Defending. That just because you said something, okay, that don't mean nothing. But if you raise your hand, I gotta defend her. Do you see what I'm getting at? Other than that, look, have fun, happy cruising. Stop blaming everybody for your mishaps. One, and everything ain't black folks' fault. Two, we do have some young YN problems, but you better watch out. The difference between a regular brother and a YN, the YNs ain't afraid to die. Think about that. Don't go there. That's why I'm like, look, this one thing I know. Nah, I'm good, bro. Yep. I'm the B word. Yep. I'm the mother effer. Yep. Nah, I'm good. Can I go now? You feel me? Can I go now? You let him. And you're no. Trust me. Trust and believe. You don't realize certain things have changed over the way. You don't realize. All right, guys, I done flapped off my gums and I done got it out of my system. I'm good now. But be good to one another. Love each other. Stop fighting amongst each other. It ain't worth it, man. Life too short. Live, love, and have fun. Relax. It's just a vacation. Really. That's all it is. It's just a vacation. Coming up next, Wellness for Frugal Mama. Get your workout on, positive affirmations, and fashion sense. Hey, cruising is fun anytime at 9 o'clock. Go live together with I forgot. Where? Eddie Lugo Studio. Sorry. Sorry. And Miss T with the T at 9:15. Guys, if you don't think nobody loves you, know that I love you and God loves you. Look, it's just a conversation. Ain't nothing in stone. It's just a conversation. I love you. God loves you. Y'all stay blessed. Don't be stressed. Enjoy the work week. That's what it is. We all got to work.